The 2022 Norco VLT A2 is an electric mountain bike that promises to deliver exceptional versatility on the trails. This bike is equipped to handle all types of terrain and riding styles. Whether you're a new rider or a hardened veteran, it will take your riding to the next level. Will its promises fall flat, or will it be true to what Norco has to say? First, let's go over the part spec on the bike, starting at the bottom and working our way up. The rear tire is a Maxxis Dissector, the front is a Maxxis Ascii. Both of them have a double down casing. They are sitting on Stans Flow hoops laced to Shimano centerlock hubs. It comes with Shimano 12-speed Dior for the entire drivetrain. 203mm rotors come stock on this bike, being clamped down on by 4-piston calipers with metallic brake pads. Powering the bike is Shimano Steps EP8 motor hooked up to a 900, 720, or 540 watt-hour battery. The bike is suspended by a RockShox 35 with 160mm of travel and the RockShox Super Deluxe Select Plus with the Megneg air can. A Trans-X dropper post is what you'll get with the bike, drop being size specific, starting at 125mm for the small and working up to the 200mm post on the XL. The Maxxis tires never even hit the ground with tubes in them. I took them out and put Cushcore in the front and the rear. The bike's already heavy, right, so why not send it over the edge? But more on that later. I did like the large brake levers, so I swapped them over to some XT levers and an XT shifter as well. I had no beef with the shifter, but I had it laying around, so I might as well did the upgrade. However, I do like the smaller XT levers. I should mention these upgrades will very hardly affect the performance of the parts, so I think it's still a fair review. The next thing I can remember is, as soon as I got the bike dirty, damn did it ever start creaking, and it still kind of does to this day. I kind of joke around saying that if the bike isn't creaking, it's probably not working. I suspect most of the creaking is due to the pesky split crown race in the headset. I also remember the headset repeatedly coming loose in the beginning too, even after torquing everything down repeatedly. After a while though, this problem went away. Besides normal servicing and stuff, I can't recall anything else funky going on. I changed the chain at 750 kilometers, the rear tire at 1000, and last winter I pulled out the rear end apart and changed all the suspension bearings. I should mention they're all doubled up, which I like that quite a bit. Oh yeah, one more thing I should mention, the rear shock has always kind of just lost air over time. It has been rebuilt by me and it's been sent away to work on by the pros. It just kind of seems to be a characteristic of the shock. As an all-day single-track crushing machine, this bike is fantastic. With the biggest battery on the market at 900 watt-hours, you can ride this bike all day and just keep on going. The biggest single ride I have on the Norco clocks in at 62 kilometers with 1800 meters of elevation gain in 4 hours of moving time. I had the bike in trail mode pretty much all day. At the end of the day, both the bike and I were nearly dead, but man was it ever fun. However, speaking of me being dead, the next part I want to talk about is the sheer girth of the bike. With the biggest battery in the market and the Cushcore wheels, it all adds up. For an exact numerical value on weight of my bike, I'm honestly not sure, but what I can tell you is the scale at work goes to 60 pounds and it overloads the scale. This bike is a beast. Your legs may be saved on those big days out, but your body as a whole, when fighting the Norco to do what you want on tight single track, will get you tired. Just keep that in mind. I also just keep the bike in trail mode on most of the ups and downs. It seems to be the perfect amount of assist to get you up the steep parts, but not going too fast on the uphills. Boost is great for commuting and going up hills you probably shouldn't, and also riding to the trail. I guess I should probably mention eco mode as well. It's great if you want to work out or need to save some battery, which never really seems to be a problem on the 900 watt hour. The tire choice Norco went with, I'm overall quite happy with. The Dissector was pretty good and the Ascii is fantastic. It's the way to go for a front tire. If you lose the front end with that tire, something's gone terribly wrong. The wheels gave me no problems this far and have been holding up good. I didn't even want to give them a chance to smash into any rocks though, with the extra weight of the bike, so I just put Cushcore in and it seems to be the way to go. Even with the weight, the drivetrain has been solid. I like it. It's the bang for the buck drivetrain. Kind of the same for the dropper post. It's not a lot to say there either. They both just kind of work. The last thing I want to talk about, a legit complaint about the spec. The RockShox 35mm fork does not belong on a full suspension electric mountain bike. I'm overall pretty light and weighing in at under 150 pounds, but when the weight of me and the bike, it seems to be too much for the fork. Every steep rock roll, chunky section, or hard hit, that poor fork is begging for mercy. I will never forget riding it down that rock roll in Squamish. The amount of fork noodle was absolutely insane. Saying that, it took the punishment well, and it always has taken the punishment well, and it's never given me hassles, but a burlier fork would have been a lot nicer on this bike. Especially at the bike park. I have a whole video on that, the link's up in the corner. So, editing Jamie here. I completely forgot to mention how much of a pain in the ass it is to open this charge port. So first you have to get your finger wedged in there to get it open, and then this connector is held in by magnets. So I've heard of these coming loose when you're riding and you'll lose power. The other thing I should mention, so if this is the charging cord, so if this is plugged in and this is on your workbench or whatever, and this picks up a magnet or picks up a staple or something and you plug it in, yeah, not good. Overall, the bike is a fantastic bang for the buck rig with a solid component set, a huge battery, and geometry that makes you want to hit stuff fast. I love the ability to ride lap after lap anywhere I want to and not have to worry about the battery dying. I really can make it anywhere, like riding shuttle laps. Would I recommend it to someone? I don't know. The constant creaking of the bike throughout my ownership, noodly fork, and the heaviest bike ever kind of has me thinking second thoughts about it. I should mention that I realize this is the budget model for the Norco site, but at the end of the day, it's still a Norco site, so I kind of expect more. I hope you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Thanks for watching. Peace.